Fox 32 has information indicating the FBI has launched an investigation into controversial Dolton Mayor Tiffany Henyard.
Will the village of Dolton and Mayor Tiffany Henyard leave unscathed from the recent scandal? Chicago news isn't usual small-town drama, especially with the FBI stepping in. And to dig the truth, the former Chicago Mayor Lori Lightfoot will. The list goes from corruption to misused funds. The village of Dolton, right next to Chicago, is not just dealing with everyday local politics. Who's in the center of it all? Mayor Tiffany Henyard. Yes, the same Tiffany Henyard who made history as the first female mayor of Dolton is now caught in a whirlwind of accusations. And the FBI is involved too, making sure this isn't just swept under the rug. It's a shame that she couldn't run the show on a good note. Things have took a tragic turn. To an extent, everyone was happy when she took charge. She was even named as the super mayor from the village of Dolton. However, everything that glitters is in gold, and she has some serious accusations of corruption against her. At an event, a reporter asked Governor Pritzker if the state should intervene to handle Henyard's corruption claims. Pritzker replied that they are considering using resources like the state police and attorney general. However, he mentioned that there are already two major investigations underway and they will fully support those efforts. The FBI and former Chicago Mayor Lori Lightfoot are involved in investigating Henyard's actions. So, will these investigations reveal the truth, or will there be more to the story? The FBI was seen at Dolton Village Hall amid the ongoing scandal. The FBI confirmed that court-authorized law enforcement activity took place at the hall on Friday. The Northern Illinois community has been involved in scandal for months. Recently, former Chicago Mayor Lori Lightfoot was hired by the village board to investigate allegations of corruption and theft by Mayor Tiffany Henyard. It was reported that a request to launch a federal investigation into Henyard was voted. Illinois Governor J.B. Pritzker has commented on the controversy surrounding Democratic Mayor Tiffany Henyard. He said that he thinks those are two pretty good authorities looking into the investigation. Also, he supports them to find the truth. Pritzker's response came after a chaotic town meeting on June 3rd. Critics and supporters of Henyard clashed, leading to a hectic shouting match. Police had to intervene to prevent the situation from turning violent. Henyard was accused by her opponents of being targeted by a political smear campaign in the media. She said that people are following a fiction, a made-up story. The meeting was initially about Dolton trustees voting to bring back former Lightfoot to investigate Henyard after the mayor had blocked the investigation back in March. Henyard has been labeled as the worst mayor in America by critics who accuse her of financial misdeeds and using police raids for political purposes. Recently, she has also faced allegations of an ally committing SA during a trip to Vegas. The alleged victim claims to have been fired after speaking out. Henyard's cancer charity is also under scrutiny. In other news, the FBI recently appeared at Dolton Village Hall as part of the ongoing scandal. Additionally, the first female mayor of a small Illinois village is accused of closing down businesses that did not donate to her campaign. During official meetings, Tiffany Henyard has been observed. She was dressed as the movie gangster Nino Brown from New Jack City. A DJ was even brought in to play Rihanna's "Bitch Better Have My Money." And that doesn't stop there at all. One resident, Lawrence Gardner, has claimed that his trucking business was forced to close after he declined to renew a $3,500 contribution to her political fund. "I made the payment," he said. Then every year she started coming and required the same thing, and we had a problem about that. Disorder in the village of Dolton is spreading to nearby communities where Mayor Tiffany Henyard also holds a leadership position. Elected officials are voicing concerns about budgets, federal investigations, and financial records. Henyard serves in dual roles as Dolton mayor and Thornton Township supervisor. The mayor of Markham is questioning her decisions and her leadership. Mayor Roger Akbawa stated that he stands with the full support of the government and that he doesn't see that happening in Thornton or Dolton. All this chaos simply creates mistrust about how things are being done. He mentioned that due diligence has been done to try to work with a supervisor. Thornton Township consists of 17 south suburban communities, and it is also a taxing body. Currently, the township is without a budget. The budget was supposed to be approved by May 31st, but it was postponed. Mayor Agpawa emphasized that taxation without good representation is not acceptable, and he believes that he is currently in the case. He mentioned that the budget needs to be checked more thoroughly, and a closer examination of the situation is necessary. What's alarming is they are receiving numerous calls from taxpayers expressing their concerns. On June 5th, Governor Pritzker made comments about the investigation into Dolton Mayor Tiffany Henyard. The day before, on June 4th, a Dolton Village board meeting became heated with shouting and shoving, especially during a crucial vote. Henyard is the focus of a broad federal investigation and several lawsuits. There are also concerns about Henyard using taxpayer funds for personal expenses, such as her personal stylist. An itemized payroll sheet for the township, sent to NBC Chicago from May of last year, lists Brandon Momon as an administrative assistant. However, when contacted, he informed that he serves as Henyard's stylist. Chris Gonzalez, a Thornton Township trustee, commented, "It is just once again a long series of things done incorrectly, or possibly illegally." So Lightfoot would be responsible for investigating claims made by a village employee that she was SA'd by a Dolton village trustee. The employee stated that after informing the mayor about the lawsuit, she was eventually terminated from her position. The proposed resolution states that after Henyard, her security detail, 2 board trustees, and other village employees traveled to Las Vegas in May 2023 for what was reported to be a trip focused on economic development. However, things weren't that smooth. The trip was a total failure and nothing of importance was achieved there. Shockingly, it was confirmed that Henyard and others in her administration have gone to great lengths to cover up and hide the alleged misconduct and reporting of it. Lightfoot would be appointed as additional legislative counsel to fully investigate the Las Vegas trip. Another allegation is about splurging during the painful COVID-19 period. It seems that the super mayor, who was supposed to save the people, got an illegal share from the pandemic fund. Only if the claims stopped there. There is more to this list. Dolton mayor hired contractors without seeking proper bids, overpaid vendors without approval from the board, and accepted large campaign contributions from vendors chosen by the mayor. Lightfoot left the Chicago mayor's office in May of last year. According to the firm's website, he joined Charles River Associates as a senior consultant to the forensic services practice in March. It's not clear how much Lightfoot will be rewarded for the investigation. He served as a federal prosecutor for 6 years and was a partner at the Mayor Brown law firm before the single term as Chicago's mayor. Sources in Dolton said they have already been interviewed by the FBI and have been in contact with the Cook County State's Attorney Office regarding Mayor Henyard's spending. Henyard was elected as Dolton's mayor in 2021, becoming the first woman mayor in the village's 103-year history. She also serves as a supervisor of Thornton Township. It was a glorious achievement, but it didn't last long. Dolton residents filled a village board meeting this week, expressing concerns about ongoing allegations of misconduct that have been in the news for weeks. During the public comment period, many speakers criticized the Dolton village government. On that note, they had serious accusations against leaders. It starts from the lack of transparency and other failures. Some called for Henyard and other officials to step down. There were also complaints about people being barred from entering the meeting. Just like a chain reaction, things went out of control. Another person accused the village of neglecting residents in areas with infrastructure issues. So what did Henyard have to say about the whole dilemma? She criticized the news coverage of scandals in Dolton, saying false information has been published. The mayor says that it is good to see the media present, but she wishes they were covered for the positive things and not just the chaos and media show, as that is all that is present. She understands that they are clickbait and popular at the moment, which sells papers. She also wishes that the media had attended their Easter event on Saturday, where over 500 happy children were running around and giving away baskets, which was amazing. Dolton residents voted to recall Henyard in June 2022, but the mayor took her case to court, and she won when the Illinois Appellate Court later ruled that the votes to recall Henyard were not valid. In February, Dolton Village trustees requested an outside investigation into allegations that public funds were being misused by Henyard while the village faced millions of dollars in debt. This accusation came after multiple warnings from Illinois Attorney General's office to Henyard's charity. The warning was all about stopping improper donations because they had not registered with the state as required by law. The mayor will have to answer the public about her alleged lavish trips, costly dinner, and blessed life may be. But the thing is, all that money belonged to the public and she had no absolute right to splurge it. Her bad that it was exposed. What do you think about this whole chaos? Share your thoughts in the comments below. Also, stay in touch with us by hitting the like and subscribe button to watch such content.